Hey guys, it's Leslie. This is my first kind of vlog thing. I'm gonna do these more regularly. In March, I lost my job. I lost a job that I really loved, and I was sad for about a minute, and then I was really super excited because I realized that my job, as much as I loved it, was only about 60%. It was only covering about 60% of the things that I really love to do. That 60% of the job I loved, and that's good for most people. I mean, it is. Most of us accept that as being okay. 60% of my job I love. But I realized, as much as I love my job, I always had it in the back of my head that I would be working on my own business, that eventually I would leave to run my own business, except after being let go, I realized I never would have left. I never was gonna leave my job. I was never gonna leave the security of a full-time pay to pursue my own business. It was never gonna happen. And so I feel like losing my job is a gift. It's an opportunity where the universe said, all right, here's your chance. Here's your chance. We're gonna give you some time to pursue this as best as you can. Go do it. You wanna do it? Go do it. I wanna share with you guys kind of this process of jumping in full time to my own creative business, a soul first business that is finally fully me able to talk completely freely without worrying about the owners of my company monitoring what I'm doing online and, bringing it up at meetings, or like I'm free now finally to talk exactly speak without parables. Speak freely of the truth. Sorry, I'm not really religious. But I realized I've hardly worked on my own business. When I got promoted in my job for the past year, I hardly worked on it at all. And it's really exciting now that I'm totally free to really dig in and do this as honestly and as truthfully as I've always kind of wanted to do, but always felt like I had people watching me, people who controlled, my finances that might have something to say about it. So I'm totally, totally grateful. Thank you. Thank you for getting me fired. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so now I get to focus on what I really care about, okay? And what I really care about is connecting to soul first and allowing soul to lead. Okay, so it's humans on the earth walking soul first, in whatever that means to you, but in your life and especially in your business. There's no degree for this. There's no course that we can take at uni or college that teaches us how to follow guidance and bring that into the world and make money at it. Soul first is leading with our sacred self, getting in touch with our sacred self, getting in touch with our higher self, our higher purpose, and allowing that to guide and drive the ship. And that means it's not always set in stone. Well, set in stone, there's no map, there's no guidance except what we're getting from a moment by moment basis, really. This is the most important thing to me, and it's the first time in my life that I've been able to actually give it 100% and live from this place 100%. I feel like it's when you have those moments where you feel like you're known by creation, and you're being watched out for, and you're being given exactly what you need to fulfill all the dreams that you've ever had. And then on the tails of that, of course, is the shit-scared fear that you're gonna fuck it up somehow. Yay, human! So you get to come along and watch me either fly or fail, or a combination of the two, or who knows what. So I have notes, and I'm kind of going off the rails here like I always do. There's always tears, right? There's always tears. It's like a really loud ass plane. Okay, so I want to share with you my experience of going through this, and I want to be honest with you. I want to share with you what's working, and I want to share with you what's not working. There's no point in trying to spin my experience for you so you think that I'm hot shit. I have no interest in being hot shit. I have interest only in following soul first, and I want to be an encouragement for you to do the same. If you feel that you have a desire to have a creative business that's soul first, or any kind of a business that is soul first, I want to be a support to you. Also, there's been not as much art on the channel as I would have liked, and I'm going to be doing more art videos, but they're not going to be as random and as broad in spectrum as I have done in the past, because I don't have time to waste, so to speak, and I'm only going to do videos on aspects of my own creative process. So it's only going to be materials that I'm actively working with and developing for my own art. Art for me is not the main focus. It's always been a really important tool for me to communicate. And that's how I view art in my business. There is some selling, there is some exhibiting, there is some conventions and that kind of thing that go on, but it has never been and never will be the sole purpose of my business venture. My business has always been to support other creatives in creating soul first businesses and teaching them how to get over the blocks, get over this, because there's so many, right? It's like, honestly, being a creative entrepreneur, being a soul first creative entrepreneur is like walking Indiana Jones's invisible bridge. It's a leap of fucking faith. It really is. There's no map. You can't see more than a step ahead. Once I think that I got a good bead on what's going on here, and I grab the wheel and I try and drive, I'm immediately in a rut of not quite. Not really. So that's what happens when I drive. So there's no map for this. I also have always been interested in divinity and religion and our relationship with God, divinity, spirit, and how that works with us in the world. And I'm going to be speaking more openly about that. I'm going to be speaking about what's truth to me, because that's all I can really say. That's all I really know is what's true to me. But what I want to do is actually get these conversations out there to speak openly and honestly about religion and about belief and about living in spirit on the earth and living soul first and doing it for real instead of talking about it in parable and talking about it as a guise of something else. I want to speak openly about it. Finally, I want to share and have communication and dialogue about belief in spirit on earth and living as a soul on earth, encased in flesh. It's beautiful here. I mean, it really is. It's just so beautiful here. And I'm lucky. I really am. I'm just lucky. I feel really lucky. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Way.